Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring a powerful psychological tendency that influences everything from learning and skill development to business strategies and investing decisions, the use it or lose it tendency. This principle explains why knowledge, abilities, and even physical assets deteriorate when they aren't actively used. The human brain is designed to conserve energy. If a skill or piece of knowledge isn't regularly reinforced, the brain deprioritizes it, making it harder to recall or perform. This is why someone who learned a foreign language years ago but hasn't spoken it since will struggle to remember even basic phrases. The same applies to athletic abilities, technical expertise, and even business strategies. If they aren't practiced or updated, they fade into irrelevance. One clear example of this tendency can be seen in the music industry. Many musicians who were once at their peak struggle when they stop practicing regularly. Take the case of Billy Joel, a legendary artist who took a long break from writing and performing new music. Even he admitted that after years of not composing, he found it increasingly difficult to write songs at the level he once did. His creativity hadn't disappeared entirely, but the ability to translate ideas into structured compositions had weakened due to disuse. The same principle applies in sports. In professional basketball, players who take extended breaks from competition often struggle to regain their previous form. Michael Jordan's first return to the NBA after his brief retirement to play baseball was a challenge. Despite being one of the greatest players of all time, his first few games back weren't as dominant as before. The skills were still there, but his muscle memory and game instincts had faded slightly from inactivity. It took time to regain his rhythm and peak performance. This tendency also impacts business. Companies that fail to innovate or stay active in their industry often lose their competitive edge. Consider the case of MySpace. Once the dominant social media platform, MySpace had a massive user base and strong brand recognition. However, as Facebook emerged with a more user-friendly experience and better engagement features, MySpace failed to adapt quickly. They remained stuck in outdated designs and business models, while Facebook continuously evolved. As a result, MySpace lost relevance, and Facebook became the global leader in social networking. Even in investing, the use it or lose it tendency plays a role. Some investors assume that once they've learned about financial markets, they don't need to keep updating their knowledge. But markets are constantly changing, and failing to stay informed can lead to poor decisions. Legendary investor Peter Lynch famously stayed deeply involved in researching companies even when he was at the peak of his career. He understood that if he stopped analyzing businesses and keeping up with market trends, his decision-making skills would decline. In the corporate world, leadership and management skills also deteriorate when they aren't actively applied. A CEO who steps away from daily operations for too long may struggle when returning to decision-making. Executives who constantly engage with industry trends, attend conferences, and refine their leadership abilities remain sharp, while those who become disconnected often find themselves out of touch with the realities of their business. This principle even applies to personal finances. People who don't actively manage their budget or investments often lose track of their financial health. Many individuals who retire early and stop managing their money closely find themselves making costly mistakes later. Without the habit of monitoring their expenses and investments, they may underestimate their spending, overestimate their savings, or make emotional financial decisions that could have been avoided. So how can you counteract the use it or lose it tendency? The key is continuous engagement and practice. Skills, knowledge, and even businesses need to be exercised and updated regularly to stay effective. Whether it's learning a new skill, refining an existing talent, or keeping up with market trends, staying active prevents decline. In sports, this means consistent training. In business, it means adapting and innovating rather than relying on past success. In investing, it means staying informed and never assuming that past knowledge is enough to succeed in an evolving market. The use it or lose it tendency is one of the most important principles for long-term success. Whether in personal development, business, or investing, those who continue to engage, practice, and adapt are the ones who maintain their edge. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights into cognitive biases, mental models, and decision-making strategies inspired by Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, and other great thinkers. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Keep learning, keep practicing, and never let valuable skills go to waste.